blood, me say me under the blood. Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Jesus cover me under the blood. Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Jesus, you can cover me under the blood. In the morning when me wake.
People, they put out a lot of information nowadays. Like it's a new era. When I grew up, we had Source Magazine, we had MTV.
On the move like I need a new hobby. Fucking 9 to 5.
Direct.docx or some shit like that. We had like BET News. Or we had what like outlets with like what's going on media. Or when the internet really became popular, we had what you call it, World Star, right? But now it's like all this different stuff, upgraded internet, social media.
Because Vlad is like World Star.
All different types of media outlets to fucking
minus the eye candies, like
yeah. Or we had like Donahue, Oprah. Like we had like TV shows and shit like that really like would talk about wild shit that's going on right now. But now we got people like me, him, my sister, whoever could just put some shit out and then niggas will run with it.
Yes, this is our own channel.
Right. So it's like anybody could put anything out right now and anybody could run with that narrative. What I'm saying is, and I've always been like this, is if I'm going to believe something, I'm going to need to have proof that this is legit. Because a lot of people say shit just to get clout nowadays. That's what it's all about. It's about putting something out there just so you could get in, just so you could get noticed. So it's not really like people giving out real vital information. Sometimes it's a lot of shit that people put out. I have to fact check constantly. And these are like main sources for everybody. Everybody go to this person, but I'm looking at this shit like, yo, that's fucking wrong, yo. And I'm not a celebrity. You feel me? I don't feel like I'm no celebrity or no shit like that. But I be seeing how these motherfuckers give out false information and motherfuckers run with it because they idolize these motherfuckers. So I personally, I'm not gonna say that certain shit is real or it's not until I see like, you know, receipts. But it's a lot of shit that you could probably believe because of how people led their life. Like we could talk about all different, we could name drop a little bit. We could talk about Diddy. We could talk about R. Kells. We could talk about Jay-Z, his alleged endeavors. We could talk about all types of shit. But we can't really talk about shit without receipts. This is all speculative information because a lot of us have not seen. We hearing it from some, oh, this security guard or this person that used to be the bodyguard or this person that used to be the doorman or the motherfucker that give the gum in the bathroom. He's seen this nigga doing this. Like, that's how we find out. It's hearsay because somebody is looking for a way to get notoriety. And that's disingenuous. But a lot of people gonna run with it. Why? It's a distraction. All this shit is like, and we talked about distractions before, like these distractions is what makes the world go around. It's like, it keeps people from killing themselves because they could worry about other people's madness. If I'm worried about somebody else's information, my life's not so bad. At least I don't gotta deal with this. Right. You know what I mean? But as far as like if this fucking happened with what's her name, with Remy per se, that's what we talk about. If the Remy and Pap situation is true, which a lot of people, hip hop community believe, right? If it is true, then whatever, right? At this point, the only black couple that's staying together is the motherfuckers on the fucking walking with somebody sign. You know, pedestrians walking. That's the only black couple that's staying together, nigga. Ain't really too many black couples that's out here staying together. We got
Man, Denzel and his wife.
Right.
There's
it's not that many.
Bassett.
Right.
You know
it's
what
not
it
that
is?
many, right?
Both partners can't be in the media eye, or it's not gonna work.
It shouldn't be like that.
But all of these people,
but I'm just saying.
Courtney and Angela Bassett are both actors. They've been together. For
But yo, the problem isn't just that these
what's her name
relationships
is clearly a better actor and he's cool with that.
The problem isn't that these relationships aren't like gonna work because
you're competing.
They're doing something and this that
I
whatever.
wouldn't date a rapper.
It's about gender roles and understanding men being men like they used to be and women being women like they used to be. That type of shit. It was a song that bothered me the other day. I was telling my sister about it. Where it's a new song that Krishan Rock came out with called "Niggas Act Like Bitches, Bitches Act Like Niggas." It's true. You know what I mean? We were arguing about it, but it's true. Niggas is acting like bitches. Women is acting like niggas. And the reason that niggas is acting like bitches is because women are making men complain about it. Instead of
you say you liked it?
You
say you liked the song?
Hell no. Nah, hold on. No.
You say you liked the song?
Nah, listen. No, I said it's true. But no, I don't like the song. The song is not conducive to help us get better, right?
The truth isn't conducive to making it.
The truth isn't conducive. Okay,
because it's
the
song is.
Right. We always talk about this about delivery and all that type of shit. You know what I mean?
But it's a song.
But let's be real. Let's be realistic. A lot of niggas do act like bitches, right? Like let's keep it a stack. It's not really a lie when saying that niggas is acting like bitches, but it's not really a lie saying that women is acting like niggas. I'm saying that it shouldn't be that way. So us to put something out there talking about that shit without a solution is not a good idea for society, especially in the temperature that we at right now with black men against black women for whatever reason and women against niggas for whatever reason. That shit is not gonna change when you got songs like that that's perpetuating that narrative.
But I think we can all agree that Krishan is not going to be the one.
It doesn't matter who does it, and that's what we talking about. People idolize. It doesn't matter.
I'm not.
You're not. He's not. I'm not. But we're only 3 people in here, and we're small potatoes compared to. We're small. All right, because I'm trying to cook. We're only small potatoes compared to the demographic in totality. So if I can say we all are in agreement of it. The solution is what I'm attacking right now. I want a solution. And so whether it's Krishan saying it or Kamala Harris saying the shit, it's not right for a woman to propagate that type of narrative in the climate that we currently have. So it doesn't matter who's saying it. It matters that it's being said on a platform that's gonna be magnified all over the fucking world. And it's the same shit like the WAP shit. So we had this complaint before and we keep doing this.
When we continue to talk about it, because like I said, she's Krishan. Every time when she does this, get on social media, her and Blueface, when they get up there and Jaden going back and forth, and she's always in some drama. Now she got this song out by us having a conversation about it and mentioning her song, in that we could have that discussion without talking about the song, but because by us bringing it up and other people on other platforms that they feel that way too, and they're bringing it up and talking about all the negative things that she's doing, you're shedding light on it. So other people we're bringing more notoriety to what she's talking about, even though we're against it, without that being the purpose of the conversation. So what I'm saying is, she's Krishan. This is the shit that she does. There are some parents that shouldn't have been parents, and they bring kids into the world. They're not prepared for it. Her mom was a crackhead. She was the youngest of 12 kids. She's been homeless before. That's not, some people go through that and they come out different. But all the people that are surrounded by her are just as ratchet as she is. All the people in the video just about were friends of hers. They act the same way for her. One of the girls in the video, she got to jump her own sister, her blood sister, on a reality show. I don't know if it was a storyline or it really happened, but it did appear that way on the show. She got jumped, and Krishan did it because she was pregnant and they had a disagreement. Right. So that's your own sister. So if she's doing shit like this continuously, why would we be surprised that she's making a video talking about this? She thinks that this is okay because everyone around her they're all behaving in the same manner. There's no one above that's on a higher level. That's not enough people. So when you're surrounded by that type of negativity and toxic behavior, and there's no one around you that's pouring positivity into you and teaching you the right way to do things, you're going to keep behaving that way because you don't see nothing wrong with it. Also, it's being incentivized because she's getting paid to be herself. I don't think she's pretending. Some people pretend to be ratchet or pretend to sell drugs if you're a rapper or whatever, have this persona. I think this is really who she is, and she don't have to change, or at least that's how she feels because she's getting paid to do it. So what is the incentive to change?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like that's kind of the issue with the Christian rapper that was going at like Rick Ross and Jim Jones. It's like,
what did he
bro, say? No, like the message, he's just like, yo, there's too much glorification and like, you know, selling bricks and doing shit that's gonna get you killed, and not enough, you know, towards the Lord and positivity, or, you know, at least love. But my point is going back to what you're saying. It's like these dudes, Rick Ross and Jimmy, they're getting paid to be that way. So the alternative is not get paid and be more holy. Like, I understand where he's coming from.
Don't even really be making that kind of music no more. He talk more about his current lifestyle.
Yeah, but it's still vanity.
Being a boss.
Yeah, he really don't be saying no street shit. Like,
yeah, it's still vanity though. Like it's still not.
So my response to that is,
I mean, that's
should the music be more biblical? Because that's not how rap started.
Because that's where you're taking it now. Because you're saying if he ain't talk about hood shit.
Because it's got to be good.
What I'm saying is, music should be a reflection of what's going on, and if ratchet shit is going on, then there's a pocket for ratchet music. That's what I'm saying. Me personally,
it should be your.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not making up shit, then there's a lane for it. Even if it's not what I agree with, I still feel like there should be a lane for it. Because I'm not mad at
to teach our children.
I'm not mad at
Sassy. That's the only thing that's the only issue that I have with it. I don't care about like, I listen to ratchet music.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm not gonna be an advocate for like, get rid of all this music. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about
hold one person accountable.
I'm holding a person accountable for what they're saying, given the climate, given the temperature. There's hella context.
Everybody.
Hold on. There's hella context. There's hella context in my argument. It's not just I'm just attacking it. No, man. There's hella context. One, it's a young woman that's just developing. We're saying that this is okay for all young women this age that just had a child to behave this way. And especially she heard me and a black woman with all of the shit about black women and everything right now that we're talking about. This is not the narrative that we want to spin. We do want to spin empowerment. We do want to spin all of that shit. So to make a song specifically with the terms that the song says is going against that narrative and giving more life to what it is about women not needing no nigga and all that other shit, which is what we talk about. Do we not talk about like trying to close that gap of, you know, the nuclear families being so separated, and why the fucking baby mothers aren't acting right? Why the men aren't acting right? So that's what I'm saying. Why perpetuate this?
Is the root, because we're not going to be able to stop what the media is putting out.
We can't, but we could say something about it.
Yeah,
we could say we don't like it enough of us.
Where it starts is at home, because you can't be with your kids 24/7. If they go to public school, you got to go to work and stuff like that. So they're going to be exposed to certain things. You have to teach them.
Some parents don't know this song exists.
You have to teach them right from wrong and to have morals and values. And like, if you do hear something or they are exposed to that when they're not around you, that they know that that's just entertainment, that's just music or whatever. That doesn't mean that you need to go live that lifestyle. You don't have to shake your ass. If you're a son, you don't need to sell drugs. You're well taken care of. This is like, and you need to be able to provide for your children, take care of your family if you're going to have a family, so they won't. So you're narrowing the possibility of them having to go down the road of selling drugs or being a stripper or whatever, because that's what they've depicted. I don't agree with that, but I think
parents have to be more involved.
Yeah, and it's hard because in
It's
most
single
cases,
parents.
in most cases, people are
Parents
not
young as
prepared.
fuck, you know what I'm saying?
People are not prepared.
Some of
They're
these single
And it
mothers
shows.
are
Yeah.
taking care of their kid by themselves and saying
And it shows.
niggas act
or
like
even
bitches,
if there,
bitches act like
there is
niggas.
two
And it's
parents,
a
if
vicious
you're
cycle.
an average earning couple,
You're
you
not in
both
the
have to go
home.
to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not gonna be around them 24/7. So you have to instill things in them. And when the time, I had a conversation with Smiley about this, and I was like, I think because you sent me a meme about, or I think I seen a meme, like she took all the phones or whatever, like they were having dinner, and she took the wife was serving the plates, and she took
Oh,
everybody's
yeah,
phone.
yeah,
She
yeah.
had like a bucket,
Yeah.
and she told everybody
Middle
put their
Eastern
phone in it.
family. Yeah.
And I said, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think there should at least be one day of the week where you do it. Because I think that in a lot, well, let me complete the
Go
sentence.
segue into
I
something.
think that you should have at least one day a week where you don't have your, like, you put your phones away, don't look at it, and enjoy your time with your family. Get to know your family, get to know who they are. I think a lot of people, and when a lot of people don't, they live in a household with people and they grow up and that's their family by blood, but they don't really know that. They don't really develop a bond because everybody eats in their room. Everybody, and now it's the cell phones, that technology. Everybody's on their phone all the time. Nobody's having conversation. Nobody's talking. The kids don't play with each other no more. They don't even, they just be on their phone. They don't even do normal kid shit like go outside and play tag and stuff like that or whatever. So, but I was speaking in terms of, 'cause I'm getting away from it, of bonding with the family. I think that is helpful. Like at least once a week, turn off your phone for like an hour or so and do an activity or go bowling, go out. And I think you should eat at the table at every night too. You should eat at the table if your schedule permits it. With your working and everything, that you should all eat at the table together, and put your phone away while you're eating. It doesn't take you that long to eat. It could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you could sit and how was your day and talk about, have these conversations, because everybody, the hustle and bustle, everybody's running. The kids got to get up and go to school, and the mother and the father got to go to work. They don't know what's going on with their kids. A lot of these people don't be involved with the schooling, or don't know, none of the teachers don't know what's going on when their kid goes to school. If the teacher do call you, they feel some type of way because you're calling them and telling them that your child is not listening. Like, and it's like these, like I said before, or I say this a lot, some people just don't need to have kids. They wasn't prepared for it. Some people will never be prepared. Some people are not good parents, and it's not on purpose. Some people just are not mentally stable enough, or they don't have the patience, or whatever. There's different reasons, and that's just my opinion. But I think if you are, that this is the start. This is how we could make the, it won't matter what they putting out with the
We gotta talk about that.
we can't, it ain't gonna matter what's being perpetrated or perpetuated in the media if you're teaching your kids these things at home and drilling that into their heads and showing them the other side of it. Oh, it looks good. You see with this, like, show them men talking about, oh, this girl got 5 kids. I don't want no woman with kids, and she got 5 baby daddies, and show them, like, she talk about twerking and doing all this, and I'll go fuck his friend. And show him what that looks like. You see all these group of niggas saying, I would never talk to a chick that's doing that, and he look good, right? He got money, and he got all the stuff that you want, but he ain't fucking with you because you done fuck 20 niggas and you 15.
I seen the dude
like,
showing his daughter how to load a gun blindfolded and shit. I think I shared that with y'all. That was pretty cool because it showed like a father with his daughter and showing her how to be well-rounded, you know, be able to protect herself, but also giving her like little gems. And maybe the language would have been like a little bit blue for some people, but it was like, it was what it was. Like, you know, he was telling us, you know, what do you, people that don't do shit for you, like, you don't do shit for them, or, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, understanding normal things in life and drilling that into your child, daughter or son at an early age, I think that is required of a parent. without having any kids. I think that's pretty common sense. You know what I mean? That these are things that should be drilled into your kid because these are things that they're going to have to be able to do when you're no longer around. So you should think about that proactively before they start to develop and get a little bit older. Certain experiences they're going to have, you're not going to be there to walk them through it. They're going to have to figure out how to do it. And they're at those points in life, they're going to rely on what you taught them. So.
But I do think that you need to be clear with children. You have to explain when you tell them to explain the whole meaning of what you're saying. So like if you, because they can get confused or it can be taken the wrong way or it can be viewed as one-sided. Because if you say don't nobody do shit for you, then don't do nothing for nobody, then they could take that to mean for anybody. Like what if there's, not saying that you're obligated to give to the homeless or something, but what if there's someone homeless and you decide and they ask for $1 or something and you decide that you want to be that person and you want to give that, but he's telling you don't give it to them either. But it's like in that case it may be okay. It could be someone on drugs, it could be someone just had a fucked up deal in life and they can't take care of themselves. They could be mentally
ill. I
and,
disagree with that though, A, because.
And I'm not saying that you have to do that, but I'm saying you need to clarify, like people in your life that you know.
If I tell my daughter and I say, don't do for people who don't do for you, I'm not just talking about physical. So just because the person begging didn't give her anything physical, she could benefit from a spiritual blessing because I believe in karma. So I'm going to teach her, like, yo, just because he didn't give you anything physical,
that's what I'm saying. You need to
doesn't
go
mean
deeper into it. Don't just give that broad statement because if they're a child, you got to remember you're teaching them things they don't.
Of course, yeah, they're gonna take a surface level for sure. But I agree, you gotta like break it down for kids.
That's all I would say. Just be clear when you say things because I think, yeah, you're a kid, they're growing up. I think a lot of time parents expect the kid just to know things, like they'll be like, oh, you ain't stupid, you know, and like as if they've been here before, and it's like they don't know sometimes, and you have to explain that to them and tell them like, because you've been here, you're an adult, you can't expect them to be on your level. And they now, granted, there are some advanced children.
I see that out of impatience and frustration.
That usually comes with having more than one kid though. Because now you don't have the time.
You gotta learn because one kid might be smarter than the other kid. You know what I mean? They might be able to grasp things a little bit quicker.
Kids are not the same,
but one kid might not be able to do it as fast. They may have.
Let me ask y'all this: do you feel like the majority of women that have multiple kids, do you think that their mentality is like, I'm going to raise these kids as individuals, or I'm going to raise these kids as a group, as one? And why?
You answer that first.
And why do y'all think that? If you do. You don't.
I think they stay as one because parents often want their kids to be, I'm going to say for the majority, but there are some that let kids go down their own path. I don't mean completely do what they want. They give them the guidelines. These is what you have to follow, and they allow them some freedom to make their own decisions within what I've told you. This is the fence. These are the boundaries, and you can, steer your own path. And some kids have the ability to do that. They have their own mind. They're intelligent enough to take what you say at face value and do what they're supposed to do with it. But yeah, there are some kids where you need to break it down, where you need to go into a deeper explanation when you're telling them something because they don't get it. Some kids are more advanced. But I think parents often, I say the majority, or treat them as one because they want them to be like them. Like when a lot of people, when they raise
like all of them as like just daughter number 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, versus, like you want, like I think with women, they weren't like, oh, a little me and da da da. You be trying to teach them to be, and then you want them to do a career that you did because you want them to be, or it's something you did, or the fathers, like you had a dream, you never made it to the NBA, so you extra hard on him, and you want him, he don't even want to play basketball, he want to be a lawyer, and you making him like stuff like that. So I would say, yeah, they'll do it in one way because you want them to be a reflection of you, but that doesn't mean they have to be you. You are you and they are them. You want them to be an individual and make their own decisions.
That's true. Okay, what you think, Swami?
Now, disclaimer, obviously I don't have any children, right? But this is crazy because I always, even though I don't have any kids, I've always thought about the type of parent I would probably be. And I think a lot of times when someone has a kid, they're not thinking about, perhaps parenting. That's the last thing on their mind. So you're probably just thinking about, oh shit, this happened. I got to get my finances in order. I got to build a little room. I got to get a crib. I got to get this. I got to get that. I got to do that. And not thinking about all these other things that go into this new human. So it's like, even if you have multiple kids, when you have every single child, you're going to learn certain things about that kid that's different. So you're going to have to adapt. So like, you know how there's a saying like, you never get it right. Like, first time, second time, whatever, when you're being a parent, you never get it right the first time. So it's like, so that means, so what that means is with your parenting experience for each kid, you're going to have to learn how to be a better parent. So the first kid, you might not have done it the right way, but the second kid, you might allow them certain things that you learned, and then the next kid might be like something else. And then the way that they may perceive it, oh, that's your favorite, or you're doing this for this person, or you're letting this person do it. But the thing is that each child is different. This kid doesn't like peas. This kid loves peas. This kid doesn't like mashed potatoes, but this kid doesn't eat starches at all. Like, you know that certain kids are different, got different allergies, got different this. Some of them are stronger, some of them are weaker, some of them are smarter, some of them are slower. You know what I mean? So you have to adapt as a parent, and you're not going to be able to give the same individual, I'm not going to say love, but you're not going to be able to give the same care to every single child, unless every single child is exactly the same. And even twins, they're different. This motherfucker does this. You just make them dress the same because you think it's cute, but these motherfuckers are different as fuck. They're not the same. So it's like you have to.
You're gonna love them as.
You're gonna have to love them individually. Yeah, you have to.
It's the same amount of love. It's just different.
Yeah.
How you
I mean,
show it.
And that's why I say love is subjective to one's belief of it, because like we argue about, like, how can you be talking to somebody like that and say that you love them? But like I said, like, some people curse at each other and they're able to communicate that way as like a joke, like comedians do it, and it's like, but they're used to it. They have that, and if people say like, oh, well, it's still not right to talk to people like that. Well, I guess, but some people do, you know what I mean? And it's not really, and that's why I say, like, that may be their love language, actually. That may be their love language, them cursing at each other a certain way. You motherfucker, oh, you bitch ass nigga. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't really like, I cringe if a motherfucker say, suck my dick. Like, we gotta fight. Like, you know what I mean? But some niggas say it and they be joking. Niggas suck my dick, that. You know what I mean? And be laughing like, no, my nigga, like, now we gotta bang, like, feel me? And then some nigga be like, nah, nigga, for real, like, try to clean it up after. Like, no, nigga, you just said that, nigga, what the fuck you mean? Like, now you gotta address that, like, you feel me? It's crazy, but here's another thing. We're talking about niggas act like bitches, bitches act like niggas. Well, Clarissa Shields was boxing. I know you said she could probably whoop a nigga ass, but she was boxing and a nigga knocked her out. Like, I was like kind of like, I felt some type of way. Like, I was like, damn, like, that's, whew.
I'm not.
What you gotta say about that one? I don't know. I don't know. I hear from you first. Because I had to share it with you and I seen it come about me.
So check this out. I've never said.
Why was she boxing a dude? Let's start with that.
All right, first of all, she's the GOAT. All right, she's the GOAT.
He knocked her out during a sparring?
He knocked her down and she
Knocked
got
her
back
down.
up.
She got back up.
Oh, look. All right.
I'm not even gonna defend it for real, because I can't. Like, I always said that I don't want her fighting no dude because I know the outcome. Like, I don't want her to fight. What's his name? What's the guy name? He's like a legit boxer though. Like,
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Professional.
I don't want him like. She's talking shit about Rolly. Like Rolly is dumb powerful. Like Rolly will knock her out for real, for real. You see what I'm saying? I don't want her fighting none of these people. But
She's smelling herself. Like,
I think that she could beat up men. I think she has the skill set, the hand speed, the technical side. Yeah, exactly. Because she don't have the power. And you know what I'm saying?
Because you could hit me, but how much punishment can I take?
Now,
and then like if you can't finish me off and you still leaving me some energy left to get that haymaker off, then you done. Like, you know what I mean?
It's gonna be easier than I gotta walk.
The biggest thing is her saying the nigga had cotton or he took pads out the glove. I don't believe that for 1 second. And the only reason why I don't believe that for 1 second is she was taking his hits prior to her getting knocked out, and she was like, "Oh, is that all you got?" So there's no way you could go from "that's all you got" to "oh damn, I got knocked out now."
Because people be talking shit even though they get fucked up. They be getting their ass dripping and be like, "Fuck you."
Nah, fuck with that.
Yeah, like a bitch.
You like, yo, you gotta humble yourself and be like, nah, that's not normal. Like, nigga, you hit me with knuckle. Like, there's no way you could take a couple shots and not know that there's not no pad and then get knocked out and be like,
no, but I'm saying, like, you know that adrenaline when you fighting, you get like you get all hot and warmed up.
Bro,
like,
but
you know what I
a
mean?
Boxer, you could tell the difference.
But you a person still at
exactly.
that.
You're
so
professional.
you know when it hit you, like, oh shit, like, you know, you get right. Like, and if you still taking it like Rocky, then you about to be a showstopper, I guess.
I just feel like you know the difference between a padded glove and a non-padded glove. I think she was capping. I can't even defend her. Like, I think she was capping. I think she just got knocked down. She got embarrassed. And she was like, nah, there wasn't no padding in that shit. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong. I hope they did have to take the padding out. And that knockdown wasn't legitimate. But I thought it was a legitimate knockdown. It was a man. He hit her square in the button. She was like, whoop. quarter like if I'd have got caught like that, I'd have fell asleep too. At least I'd have been knocked down on my butt.
That's crazy.
It is what it is. That's a professional boxer. Like,
I don't know, man. It's wild. This woman against men war or whatever it is. Like,
I don't like it.
I hate it, yo, because I love me some black women.
Me too. And she's beautiful. But you know what did come out of it? I don't know why, but the two, I would say the baddest women in boxing are talking shit about each other now. So it's about to go down, bro.
Who's that?
Clarissa Shields and Alicia, what's her name? Alicia, she's usually in the, I think, a 130 pounder, 135, but she says she'll jump up to 147 and fight Clarissa Shields. That shit was gonna be crazy because they both undefeated, they both nice as fuck. You see what I'm saying? I just didn't think that she could gain that much weight because he's a 135er. But that shit would be crazy, bro. I don't even know. I mean, I can't even say Clarissa got the power because what if, you know what I mean? But I don't know. They're having some talk about her doing steroids or some shit or some tests coming out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's alleged. I don't know if that's true. I hope it's not.
They always trying to come at
I think, yeah, because she's a black woman.
When you great, you great, man.
For real. So, but that shit would be crazy. But yeah, man. Shout out to her. Shout out to.
I don't even know who that is.
Yo, so Newport News,
Newport.
Virginia.
Oh, okay. What happened?
So the mom, 26-year-old mom, Deja Taylor, of the 6-year-old that shot the school.
Oh,
He shot the teacher or whatever.
Damn.
Not the school up, but shot the teacher.
Damn. The 6-year-old?
Yeah, because he took the mother's gun out of her purse.
But he knew how to shoot the teacher?
I mean, all you gotta do is
pull that trigger, yeah.
Don't need that much pressure.
Nah, but the gun gotta be loaded or safety.
The gun stay loaded.
Yeah, it wasn't on safety.
Motherfuckers don't follow the rules. They be having they.
That's why niggas cheddar bob they stuff.
Yeah, gotta be
careful. Cause that shit don't be on safety.
Guns ain't no game, yo. Yeah.
And he killed the teacher. Did he kill him?
No, I don't. No, it wasn't fatal. Okay. It was I guess he shot the teacher in the hand or something like that. The teacher was trying to like.
So, was it intentional? He just pointed.
Yeah, it was intentional. Yeah,
he was
trying to shoot her because she.
Oh, it was a female. Something. He shot a female.
It was a female teacher, I believe. Yeah.
Nigga say you about to fail me, bitch.
So pow! How old was the boy and what happened?
They was 6 years old, but the mom.
What actually happened or what? Like what transpired, and then that led up to the actual.
This happened like last year. Like this was like a long process because they was trying to process the kids. So this is a new development in a story that had already happened. So I thought y'all already knew about this, but
I never heard.
Let me read a little bit of it
for the people.
Because they know. I mean, some people know, some people don't, but because this is like just an update on the mom because
it's some school shooter shit.
Basically, it's a black kid, right? So basically, it was a kid that there was disagreement with the teacher. So many words. I'll put the article in.
But he ain't kill no kids. He shot.
Because it's a video. I don't want to like.
I'm sorry, that's horrible, but I'd rather.
Let's be thankful he didn't kill anybody.
Right. So. The whole point is like the mom had a firearm that was unsecure from a child. The child got it out of her purse.
Oh, they trying to punish her? They
are punishing her. That's what the update is. That's what the update is. The baby is he too young to be processed as an adult. You got to be at least I think 12 or some shit. So like he can't be processed so the mom have to take the rap for it. So she got to do 2 years.
Damn.
And they were trying to say
going to the home.
I don't know if it's like a grandma or something. I don't know. He gonna have to be with whoever is the biological parent or guardian.
That's
but
he can't even go to detention.
That's what I'm saying. And this is her statement.
That's what they said.
Her statement was,
they're gonna be.
I'll play this part so y'all can hear this part.
Great.
But who else gonna be held responsible if they can't go to jail?
Listen, this is her actual statement.
Because he can't take responsibility for himself. Yes, of course. That is my son. So I am, as a parent, obviously willing to take responsibility for him because he can't take responsibility for himself. Yes, of course.
I respect that at least. I'll do 2 years for my daughter if I had to.
And this is her walking in the court.
It'd be sad. I hope there'd be sympathy for me, but I stayed up for my baby.
This is a teacher.
We got there on time, and it was just a scary situation. Children were
I thought it was a female.
Parents
Hold
were
up.
all shaken up. But
it was other
like I
people
said,
that.
Snake Elementary School is not to blame here.
I wonder what he did. He looked like an asshole. He do look like an asshole.
Very glad that that's what happened.
When it happened, the teacher heard it from the first grade, and we all went to
I think he's I don't know. Is he the kid or the bystander or the other kid?
When we got there, we all stayed quiet.
This nigga got the Nelly Band-Aid on and shit.
I will help them. And when the cops came, we were marching to the gym, and we were all safe. And they were proclaiming it was safe now.
Yeah, that was another.
They made them do a fire drill when that shit happened.
Because like
They do
in those
They should have locked
areas,
down. Yeah, that ain't
especially
still
in
like
Virginia, because of you remember in VA a long time ago the Columbine situation. Feel me? So they always been on go since shit like that happened. So now they have like school shooting drills where they tell everybody to hide and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. There was when I went to East Rock, someone was in the area with a gun or something, and we had to do a real one, but we would do the drills. But we really had to like hide wherever class you in, stay there, or wherever you at, stay there.
When we have a bomb threat, we gotta move out the school and go to this like park and shit. Like they really was on go when a lot of things happen in the community or in the world or nationally, it puts everybody on alert because it's other parents, you know what I mean, that's out there that's concerned about their kids because you going to work and your kids is at school. You not watching them, you not making sure they safe. These teachers and principals are, and then
going to homeschool so bad.
Yo, it's scary. It's really scary. It's like, yo, when I seen that video of that father teaching his girl how to handle a firearm with herself blindfolded, it's like, yo, at least I know she can save herself if something happened to me.
Yeah, but what if she's at school?
She's not gonna be going. See, that's what I'm saying. See, you can't. Okay, so
with a gun, bro.
Here's the thing. Here's the
thing. Has the skills to do it.
Here's the thing. You know there's survival shit that you could teach your child, right? So you could put your child in a martial art. You could have your child doing boxing. You could have your child have a damn obstacle course and have your kid running through that. You can do whatever you want or not. But if you don't, then that's on you because you're gonna have to rely and trust and trust the system. If you trust in the system or trust the process, as they say, then you're leaving it to chance. I think it's better in your odds to have your kid well practiced, well disciplined in certain things than to just leave it to fate and just be like, oh, it's butterflies and dandelions and flowers or whatever. Let them know that life is a real fucked up place. And I want you to be able to carry on. And I want us to have a surviving family. Yeah, go ahead.
And typically, from what I gather, when they have school, I don't think it would be necessary for a child to bring a weapon to school because most times, from what I've seen, when they do these school shootings, it's directed at someone because they're upset with them because they had an altercation or something, like he shot the teacher because they had a disagreement when the kids they were getting bullied. So that's directed. So if you teach your child not to be that type of person, because they don't normally, I don't think usually it's a reason why they did not saying that it's right, but it's not just some out the blue, they just come to the school and they want to shoot people up. It is a reason behind it. Usually they were being bullied or something happened with someone and that's why they felt the need to do that. So it don't just be random, like, I mean, it would be random because we don't know what's going on, but they have some type of reason behind it. So
what about
your
Tate?
Child is not.
What about Tate from American Horror Story?
Well, I don't remember. That was on the.
That was the first one, yeah. Where he shot up at school.
Because he was being abused.
At home.
Yeah, that I was thinking that could be it, but also. Did he shoot up the whole? He would try to shoot up the whole. He was
looking for everybody. He was going in the library, looking under tables and everything.
Oh, he was just trying to find people.
He was finding everybody he could. He was trying to wipe them all out.
Oh, some people are just crazy, but I'm saying from in real life because that's American Horror Story.
It is.
But the cases that have happened in real life.
But I'm saying there's some people that just like.
But that's far and few.
What did these children do to such and such for him to go in?
Yeah,
I don't even want to say
got a mental illness. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But those are few. I think usually the majority of those cases are because of some type of altercation that happened prior to that and they had enough, and maybe it's a combination of both. There's things going on at home and then you come to school and then the kid puts you in the trash and you sick of it, you keep putting you in the locker or giving you a swirly or I don't know. And then like
I think black kids are more directed towards what you're saying, and white kids are more directed towards what you're saying.
I don't think it's black and white.
Them niggas is crazy.
Because I think it's
shoot up
I think it's cultural. But I don't think it's just black and white, because if you're in a certain environment, it's gonna be specific to that environment, how you're raised up. Because you know there are Caucasian kids that live in the hood that wear the clothes and have the jargon and they hang with the people. They're not us, but they're
shooters. You've never seen that type of kid shoot up a...
You've never seen them, but there are some people, some people in those hoods that are like that, and they white.
I promise you, they will put that on the news the first time.
And maybe they
a
didn't
white
do it, but
kid
they could be thinking
dresses like a nigga and shoots up a school. I promise you, that's gonna be the first thing they're gonna show. Look at what hip hop is doing. Look at what these niggas is doing.
But then that comes to parenting, because it's
that comes to a race or
it can't be race, bro. A Chinese dude went on a Chinese dude that was 68 years old just fucking went on a shopping killing spree in California. What are you talking about?
That's not what I'm talking about.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not black and white.
Shootings, yes, it is. If we're talking
but
about,
we talking about school shootings specifically, or mass shootings? Because
I'm talking about school shootings.
But I'm
talking
saying
about
that
school shootings. What I'm saying is, if a white boy is gonna shoot up a school, that white boy is not like the white boys that hang with the niggas. Never. But and if he was, then that is gonna get looked upon, because hey, look at the black people or how they're influencing our kids. You see what I'm saying?
So if you're influenced by, I'm saying this, if you're influenced by black culture, probably you're more, or urban culture, I should say, you're more likely to probably just go after the one that you're looking for, right? 100%. But if you're, and that's why I say it depends on the structure of that household, because if you're a lot of these kids that be shooting up their school and stuff like that, they don't know how to deal with social structures, and they don't know how to talk to different people and stuff like that. It could be the weird black kid that would do something like that.
Because check this out. What would make him weird? His weird is him being an outcast from the norm. The norm is not like that, because we're gonna go against people that we fear God more than we fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people aren't raised with that knowledge or with that understanding or with that consideration of, yo, there's a God to that's gonna judge me one day. When you're born under, like, everybody's an atheist and everybody doesn't have any type of, you know what I'm saying, traditional structure with their spirituality, it's gonna be a free-for-all. And those are usually, not always, but those are usually those kids that are coming from the white homes. The ones that act black, the reason why they're acting black is because they're in that environment. So, of course, if they're in that environment, and, like, if they're not in that environment, then if they're growing up in, like, fucking the suburbs and they're talking like that, then it's an act. It's Malibu's Most Wanted. That's a clown. But if it's like a legit white boy that's grown up all around black people, that's what I'm saying. Those aren't the dudes that's gonna shoot up the school, because you get that. I don't know if it's consideration, but you get that sentiment, like, yo, if I'm really like these people, then I'm not gonna do.
That's like that movie. That's like that movie with Omar Epps.
I don't think that.
You remember that movie, Higher Learning?
I never.
Yeah, Remy. It's just like that.
Trying to fit in.
Remy was just trying to fit in.
He was trying to fit in with every little group.
If Remy had black people that fuck with him, he would have fucked with the black people. But because
I don't think it's I get what you're saying about, like, a white person that's able to fit in with our culture and they grew up in that. I do know some white people that are like, I don't look at it.
But look at how he grew up,
that's
though.
the real way. But I don't think just I don't think it's a race thing either. I think that anyone, because like I said, a lot of the times why even down there are kids killing themselves too. And though there was a black girl that I believe that she was a young, there are kids under 10 that are committing, taking themselves out of here or whatever. And so it's for the same reasons that the kids go and shoot up the school, because they're being bullied most of the time. That's the reasoning behind it. So I think that could happen to anyone of any culture, and it could affect them anyway. If you have emotions, if someone says the right thing, especially when you're a kid, you don't know how to deal with that yet. And a lot of times they hide it. They don't go home and tell their parents, or they don't report them, because then they're going to be looked at like, oh, you're snitching and blah, blah, blah. So they hold it all in, and they don't know what to do with that. They have to come home and pretend, and then they lose it. However they handle it, they handle it. But I don't think that's racially biased or racially specific.
So let's stick to just racially biased then. You don't believe that there is a difference in numbers between the black shooters of schools that shoot individuals versus the black shooters of schools who shoot other people that weren't bullying them? You don't think there's like a difference?
That's different than saying that there's a difference in it happening than saying that it's only specific to one race of people, because that's what you said before.
Okay, well, that's why I said I'm specifically.
Yeah, it's not the same level, but I think it could happen in any race. But yeah, it might. There are particular, but I still really can't say that. I think it depends more on the environment and how this child is raised, and if they have, because it boils down to why did you decide to make this decision. So if it is due to bullying, like, we're just going to go with that, because from my understanding, that's usually the reasoning behind it or something.
Do you also feel about, like, look at the era that we live in right now? The way that white society probably looks at black people, like say put it in the opposite. You got a black kid that's in an all-white school, right? And he's very smart, and he's not like black kids from the hood. Yeah. He's like white kids from out there. So they don't accept him. They bully him. He's a nerd. He's the one with the suspenders, and his father was a chemist or something like that. And his mother's a scientist. So they're just a whole bunch of nerds, and he likes this girl, and she doesn't want to deal with him, and they're pranking him and stuff. And he comes to school. He's got a gun. He shoots the school. He's black. But it's not because he wants to hurt anybody. His parents didn't want him to do that, but it's just that trauma of constant abuse from his parents. I think
this goes back to parenting too. I think you need to have an environment where you can be open and if you're going through things like this, because you could say like, oh, but at the end of the day, these are kids growing up. So you're learning to deal with your emotions and stuff like that. So if you speak with your parents, or you have that open line of communication to come to them, they can teach you how to deal with these situations, so you don't have to go that route. And I think that's more of what it's about. I don't think the color is really, but it's possible that
I think the analogy that Smiley had could never happen, because the keywords is,
how can that never happen? Kids
because the keywords, the first thing Smiley said is he was smart, his parents were smart. There is no smart person that's gonna shoot the school up. If we're gonna say that these people are shooting the school up, we're gonna say that there's something wrong with them. So there's no intellect in something. If there's something wrong with you and you're going to put harm to others, and you're not smart enough to be like, look, I'm going to hold restraint, then you're not smart.
I disagree with that, because not having control of your emotions has nothing to do with your capacity to learn.
Yes, it is.
You're letting your emotions take over, and you don't have self-control.
Smart?
But if you're aware of it, that doesn't. You know what you're doing. You know what the consequence of it.
And you know it's dumb. So you're choosing to be
so
stupid.
Then you're not dumb.
That is
You're not dumb.
choosing to be stupid.
You know, only if you don't know.
That's ignorance. What you're saying is ignorance.
So if you're not
versus
smart,
stupidity.
then...
What I'm saying is it's stupid if you do know because you know better and you're still doing what you know is stupid. That is stupid. That's not ignorant because you don't know any better. No, because you can control. The only reason why the only reason a person is gonna go against their logic is over emotion. That's not a good choice.
But that doesn't mean that you don't know about it.
That's not a logical choice.
You can't call that person dumb. You could just call them, say they don't have emotional control. Because if they're aware of what they're doing, but they're just so engrossed in the feeling at the time, and people do this a lot.
It's still dumb.
When they're upset,
people do it a lot. It's called nutting. It's called nutting in a female. It's called nutting in a female, knowing that you're gonna get her pregnant. But guess what? I'm still gonna take my chances because I'm a dude. It's natural. If I do this shit with that sentiment of, I'm not stupid if I nut in this chick, then guess what? I am stupid because I have a daughter or I have a son. What you saying can't make sense as a logic thinker because at the end of the day, once you put your emotions over your logic, it is dumb. It's dumb. You're not supposed to do it. That's why motherfuckers say falling in love is a fool's game because you're putting your emotions over your logic. But, you know what I'm saying? Some people is worth that. And, you know what I'm saying? But it's still stupid to deny your logic is all I'm saying. What you think, Smiley?
I think in most cases, when a person makes a decision, they're being decisive. Like we talk about with the stock market, it should be driven for a person that understands the market, stop loss, all that stuff, right? You have to be decisive. You know that there's a possibility that things can go awry. You know there's a possibility that you can lose this, whatever. But you're willing to take that risk. Does that make that person dumb for taking that risk, knowing the consequences? Absolutely not, because that's the game. Life, necessarily, we could say life has the same kind of mechanics of it, because like in life, you take risk, you know what I mean, and things can go the way that you want it to go, and things can go the other way. But understanding that risk can't make you dumb. Not understanding that risk makes you dumb.
Yeah.
If you don't understand the risk, then yes, you're dumb or there's some mental deficiency or something like that. If you knowingly do it, you're not stupid. You just wanted to do it. Like Jeffrey Dahmer's not stupid. He just wanted to do what he did.
You're not stupid.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Like the person themselves, because to me, if somebody is doing something that they know is wrong, it's because they want to do it. They don't care about what's going to happen. Or they think that the risk is so minimal that they're going to take that risk anyway. Like when guys cheat. Like guys cheat and sneak and try not to get caught. But they like, fuck it, I'm still going to take that risk because I know that I'm probably not going to get caught. And if I do get caught, I got a good lie I could say or something like that.
Is it worth it to you to cheat?
Is it worth it to me? When you make it for me,
is it worth it?
It depends.
I mean, just in general.
There is no general. Because I don't have to cheat and I don't have to stay with nobody.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is in the trajectory of how your life is going right now, right? If you got into a relationship with a chick that she's not the baddest chick in the world, but she loves you. She fucks with you. You see what I'm saying?
We do this all the time.
She loves you and she fucks with you. You see what I'm saying?
She's not the baddest.
Yeah.
He ain't going for that. She gotta be the baddest.
She can't be the baddest though.
She can be whatever. Go ahead.
She's bad. She's attractive, but she's not the baddest.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she's giving you love. She's giving you affection. She's giving you everything that you need.
Everything
right?
I need.
Do you feel like? All right. Let's.
Did I create her?
Let's expand.
Did I create her? Like
You
I'm trying to
found her.
understand.
You
I'm
found
trying to
her.
understand how she's giving me everything that I
You
need.
found
Because
her.
no woman can give any man everything that he needs.
Exactly.
So I'm going to have to decide it myself. Am I going to be transparent with this
based
female
off
and
what
tell her,
he said
look,
already?
if I want to do something, I'm going to fucking do it. But if I feel like I don't need to do it because whenever I come home and I'm tired, you give me a BJ automatically. I don't have to say anything to you. Okay. You already cooking when I come in the crib. I don't got to say nothing to you. So you already you don't give me a hard time because I forgot to do something. You just be like, oh babe, you forgot to do it. Da 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 da. Whatever. Yeah. No woman on the fucking planet is just doing everything like, yes sir, I'm gonna do that.
Right.
No problem.
Right.
Can Nobody's doing that.
Let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one thing.
Hold on. I was being hyperbolic, though, but I'm just saying, like.
Let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you this. Yeah. If she cheats on you, is that bad or good?
If she cheat on me,
cheating is.
If she cheats,
not good.
Hold on. If she cheats on you, is that bad or good?
If she cheats on me, is that bad or good?
Yup.
Wait, is that a real question?
That's a real question.
Because what I was saying, was not about cheating.
If you're supposed to be in a monogamous relationship, no one's gonna be happy if they catch you cheating.
That's fine and dandy, but what I asked was.
So it's bad because you're not
not
happy there.
But you see how easy and simple that was. What I said was reverse. I asked him, what is bad, and I said, is bad cheating? And he went into the whole thing about, you know what I'm saying? I asked him, would he cheat? Because I was like, is that
you
bad?
ask me this every episode
is
just about.
Bad? Just because.
And we always say
this. And he went in. Hold on.
That was wrong.
My point, listen.
It's the same thing.
Listen. My point was, either way, cheating is...
What you do does not dictate the person that you are. So just because you did something bad or you did something wrong because you wanted to do it, unless it's depending on what it is, and unless it's a continuous pattern of this behavior, then and there's limits to it. It depends on what it is that you're doing. Then you could be like, oh, this person ain't shit or this or that. I don't think if you're cheating on someone that overall would
like if you just met a chick,
that's a bad thing to do. But that doesn't mean because you could be the best person in other areas.
So who's a good person?
I'm trying to find perfect person, yo. Like
I'm not saying perfect. I'm not saying perfect. But I'm saying who is a good person?
You're not gonna get 100% of anything. Everybody's gonna make mistakes.
A relationship is like tolerance, bro. You gonna get tired. You're not gonna like something.
It shouldn't be everything.
You're gonna have to be. You're gonna have to be accepting of a lot of shit. But you're gonna have to be accepting of a lot of shit.
The way y'all describe relationships is so distant and far. It's crazy. Like,
what do you mean?
Think about it. People are gonna cheat. That's the expectation of both of y'all. The conversations that we have is like that's clear. Like, people are gonna cheat, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. You can't really trust people out here. You gotta vet these people. As long as you gotta vet them, that means you don't really own these people, or they don't really owe you their loyalty, because guess what? They're not in a relationship.
That also depends. Like I said before, it depends. For men, I think they have the ability to up to a certain degree, but I also feel like once they reach a certain age, if they were a dude that had access to women and they got a lot of viscous innards growing up or whatever, they kind of got that out of their system.
Would you let a man vet you?
So. What do you mean vet?
Would you let a man vet you?
Everybody.
What I'm saying is, if the man wanted to basically vet you in the regards of, I'm gonna be dealing with you. I want you to be the only person that I'm dealing with, but I'm probably out here doing, whatever I get my circumstances in. I'm not going to bring that home, and I'm not going to have that affect you.
Situationship?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've been in situationships.
What I'm saying is you have the expectation, and you know this is going to be longer than a couple years that this person is going to vet you. Are you going along with that, or
are you saying it's just a situationship and they're saying that, or we're trying to be in a relationship? Because I have the understanding that, first of all, you didn't let me finish, because I was saying I believe that if you were the type of dude that had access to women, and you know, you ran through them or whatever, and then you get to a certain age and you find someone, you actually take the time to vet them and get to know them and make sure that they're right for you and they're doing all the things that you want. You won't have the necessary, you're not gonna go out looking for it, but if it might happen, like, now I don't want to say mistake, because it's not a mistake because you chose to do it, but you might be out drinking and something.
That's why I call it stupidity,
and something
attracts
you, like, as opposed to a dude that's just going out looking for it, like you're purposely going out trying to find it, or you're out somewhere and a chick approaches you and you're never gonna see her again, and it's like she's bad as fuck, and then you're not having a whole side relationship with someone and not have a side baby and do all this other stuff. That's different. So I don't think that that's necessarily all the time. I think it's about getting that Irish sister to a level where it's like, I think when guys are growing up, their hormones are raging. They're sitting there. They be when you go through puberty, you masturbate, whatever. But guys, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they do that. Their hormones are raging. They see once they start having sex, they're fucking like rabbits if they're able to get access to it. So this is like a thing that men go through in their life. But I think that as time goes on, you begin to value other things, and you're finding your purpose in life, and it's not just about pussy no more. So you can put that to the side. Whereas opposed to when you're growing up, that's normally the only thing on your mind when you're growing up. When you're an adult, you got responsibilities. You on your purpose. You chasing the bag. You don't got. You still gonna be fucking if you single. You're gonna be, but that's not the priority anymore. The priority is you and focusing on what you need to do so that you can settle down, start a family, and have a legacy and stuff. And I think most of the time. Not all the time. There are some men that they're just never gonna stop. They go out looking for bitches all the time. They're married over here, got another house, but I don't think that that's all men once they reach a certain age.
I think logic says that.
I think it's possible.
I think
that they could be faithful if they've gotten to a point where that's not the main focus anymore, and they're happy with you because you provide everything. I think there can be a woman that can provide everything to make her man happy once they've reached the point where that's what they really want. A lot of these guys get in relationships and they don't. Then at some point they do. They've been together for 20 years. Now they married, and now he really did stop because you put up with all the bullshit, and sometimes it happened like that too. Like, so, they know you a good woman. They ain't gonna tell you that, so they scoop you up and they're like, nah, I don't want her to be with nobody else, so I'm gonna try to do right. Then she stick around and she's still that same woman even though you hurt her, and you put a ring on it, and happily ever after. That do happen sometimes. That's not 100% the case, but there's a possibility. So I wouldn't just say the broad statement that a man is always gonna cheat on you forever.
I think logically, if nothing's not wrong with his dick, like he can still get it up and shit. Realistically, if he has money, he shouldn't get married. He shouldn't even want to put himself in a situation where you have to please somebody other than himself. Because it narrows. But hold on. I'm not talking. I'm not saying that that's what I want, because at the end of the day, I feel like whatever I do, I was telling Smiley the other day, whatever I do has to involve enjoyment. Like, I have to love doing what I'm doing. I can't die working just a 9-to-5 that I hate doing just for a check. I'm not that type of person. So it matters to me that I find somebody who is maybe like the opposite of that. You see what I'm saying? So it builds on a family dynamic and shit. Like, I'm trying to build versus be away from marriage and family and shit like that. But what I'm saying is, what's the basis of how hard you would try to be in a relationship for both of y'all. Like what? I've heard reasons to not be in relationships, but I want to hear reasons that you think like, yo, I think I should get married, or I think I should have kids, and this is why. This is what I want to teach them, or this is what I want to do with my woman. You know what I'm saying? Or with your significant other. Like I want to hear the benefits. Okay, with this, right? Okay, no problem. I want to hear the benefits of you being in a relationship and what comes with, you know what I'm saying, being in a relationship with a single bachelor like yourself. And
what?
You know what I'm saying?
There's no benefit. I'm horrible.
No, we don't do that. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Smiley said that shit the other day. We talk very highly about ourselves.
I think I sabotage things. No, I mean I do. I mean that I do.
That's not good.
Because
why are we talking about this?
Because I'm broke. Like I am like fucked up. Like I have
my God.
So I don't think. But when I do like someone, like I'm very like. I am submissive. Like you don't have, because I just want to do it. I just want to do what I just want to make you happy. So I'm gonna like, as long as you're not asking me to do no crazy. That's like goes against my moral compass. Like, but I wouldn't. We would have to be in alignment beforehand, so nobody that I would deal with would ask me to do nothing crazy like that.
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
No, because I had to clarify that. I don't want it to seem like, oh yeah, go jump off a building or something. Let's do it, make a suicide pact, and I'm gonna like
drink
no.
Kool-Aid with me.
Yeah.
No.
Come kidnap this girl with me and go like no, I'm not.
I'm not riding or dying.
Yeah, no, and I'm not coming to visit you in prison, so don't get locked up. But I wouldn't be talking to someone that would be in the position to do that either. But like I said, I'm pretty much once I'm taken with you, like if I like you, like I'm just gonna. It's just normal for me to just do stuff because I just want to do it. Like I probably I'm too much, like so I try to like cut back because I be like too giving or just like
that's what's up.
Okay, like, but it's like I don't know, and I will cook. And I clean and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like
okay.
but I just do that anyway. Like that's not. I don't look at it as like. Well, I don't. I live by myself. So
niggas live by themselves too. They be struggling.
Yeah. No, but I don't. And right now, I order out a lot. There's been a while since I cook, but I do like to cook, but I have to also be in the mood. But I've been single for so long. I actually enjoy more cooking for people than just for myself. I'll be like, it's just me, so I don't be, I don't cook a lot currently.
Did you cook for Thanksgiving this year?
No. But the last year is like they wanted me to make lasagna and for like either Christmas or Thanksgiving. Like that's what I'll bring to the, but I would, so yeah, and I'm gonna allow you to, because I feel like I just naturally, even though I am masculine, but I swear I've noticed like that. No, I know that I am. Like that's just how I am. Like I try to be.
I think if a man doesn't, I think if a man doesn't describe you in that sense, then it's an insecurity of yours.
I think. Well, I have the characteristics that they would describe as like the
so
way that
have
I talk.
Niggas told you like
no,
nobody
said, but from this conversation.
I can't even imagine a nigga saying that to a female.
No, they haven't said that, but I know that the way I talk, like from when they say cursing and they haven't said that, but people have made comments before, like if I be like, I'll say yo or something, like, or I have text someone and said yo before or something, and they were like yo, like they said it like, why are you, somebody I was dealing with, like they're like romantically, like why are you calling me yo, like just like they don't want to be taught.
I don't think that's masculine.
I think that's how he took it. He took it like I'm just talking to some like one of my homeboys, or how he would talk to his homeboy. He don't want me calling him yo. Like that's what I got from him. We didn't have a whole discussion about it, but that stuck with me. And like other things, like I don't know. I'm trying to think. Nobody actually said it, but I thought back on situations where it was like, or even I could be like, I was slapped. I've gotten into fights before. Well, this was younger. Well, over a guy, whatever. That's masculine.
That's not masculine because it was over a guy. It'd be masculine. It'd be masculine if a bitch said, "I'm tougher than you."
No, because
that'd be masculine.
A woman is supposed to be. That's not feminine behavior to go around.
But that's more etiquette. That's not really masculinity. It's more
when
like
a woman does it.
You're just not conducting yourself with etiquette. Like you're not being a prissy little princess.
I guess. I don't know. But I think that I can be, like, I do have some habits where I'm like, because I've been around boys a lot. Like I had guy friends growing up and stuff. I'll hang out. I'll be like the only girl. And I think a lot of men's behavior and mannerisms and things rubbed off on me. And I think that is like a flaw of mine that, like I said, I curse a lot. I talk like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I sound like a dude when I talk, not my voice, but like certain things I say or the way that way it comes across, the way it will come across. Like, but no one has directly said that to me, like, oh, you act like a dude or you're being masculine or whatever.
Do you feel like you gotta correct it?
Yeah, and I have made changes. Like, I feel like my temper was more, like, I'm more, I don't allow stuff to, like, at this point, like, I don't, like, that's why I said I don't really care. Like, I'm nonchalant.
So you would never smack a bitch again?
Well, if someone puts their hands on me or I feel threatened, like,
I'm saying,
put
like,
their hands on
first, me. Like, you would never.
So, the thing is, if I come in my home, if I'm in a relationship and I come home and
so
it might not be a smack. It might.
But would you be wrong in that situation?
It's never right to attack. Violence is never right. But just because, but I still have the same sentiment when I'm doing it. I know that I shouldn't do it, but I'm mad right now, so I'm gonna do it. Like, fuck you talk about it. So, like, I don't.
Yo,
like,
your battery, bro.
But yeah, I think that I have, patient internal relationship because the way that I would go about bringing things up or saying that when I had an issue with something, I would be more like more aggressive and like yelling and whatnot. But I feel like it was never to that extent, like how some chick be like, you bitch ass nigga, blah blah blah. Like I've never said that to them. I've never told
Smiley, how about you though, bro?
So
what you got for these ladies out here?
Well,
man?
wait, and we're gonna I bring peace, and I'm gonna that's gonna bring. And
you got an example of that peace that you've been bringing?
I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be supportive because I ain't really finished. I was going on to it. Patient, supportive. Kind, like I'm understanding. I'm not like, oh, you gotta be 6'6", 6 foot, 6 figures.
Oh, you understand
6 inches. Like that's the new thing.
I understand it. Yeah, that's hard.
Because I realized that I don't have the outlook that mostly women are saying, like 6 figures. Like you can make an average income as long as you're stable is all I care about in terms of finances. Like I can still go to work if that's what we have to do. I think realistically, the average income is you need 2 incomes if you're gonna have a family.
What if his foot was 13 inches and what if his foot was 7 inches?
He had mismatched feet.
Yeah.
Feet sizes.
No.
Why would you, like, I don't know. Because if I just met you and your feet was like that, then if I knew that.
What if you didn't know and he had like a shoe that matched his other shoe, but it really was a small shoe inside?
Which way?
One's the filter. That's the filter. So like this side. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, what do we have? I'm sorry, Smile. I really want to know.
You saying crazy stuff.
I'm high as fuck. I really want to know what's Smiley. Like, what you got for these ladies, Smile? You know what I'm saying? What do you want in a woman? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear what y'all want. Your expectations for the
my expectations
because I like talking
really,
about this shit.
Aren't really high.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but let's talk about it so we can manifest this shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta expect the shit never to come and then the shit never come, or we just never talk about that shit. Like I think we should talk about that shit, especially if we're talking about how to better other people's business savvy, or you know what I'm saying, we talk about it. So let's talk about what we want too. Like,
Can we talk about it?
I fuck with that because she said she cook and shit, and a lot of these women don't cook. A lot of the women don't cook. Like, yo, you gotta put a ring on it. Then after you put the ring on it, you find out she still don't like cooking. So it's like, yo, bro.
No, it would also be like, well, yeah, we would have to be in a relationship, but like, even if somebody's here and I cook the meal and you're
that means you really like cooking. Yeah, that means you really like cooking. I've seen the testament. Like, I already understand. Like,
so I know I definitely have shorties that have cooked. I never intended on marrying, but I don't care about that. I don't care about cooking. She just gotta be like, you know, neat, cause I'm not. Neat, clean. I don't know.
Damn, mystery.
I don't know. It's a mystery shit.
It's different.
I don't really care like if she don't do a lot of stuff. She just gotta be good in the bedroom. You know what I mean? And she gotta be cute. You know what I mean?
Gotta be good in the sack.
And she just can't be arguing with me all the time. Like, I know she gonna argue with me sometimes, but not all the time.
She gonna be peaceful.
Every fucking day. You know what I mean? If she cute,
you said you
and
was
cute
peaceful.
is just
like
well-rounded. What is cute? It's not no fat chick. Like, you feel me? So like, if you
to disrupt
and you know what I mean? And cooking ain't shit. Like, a chick could make me a sandwich and I'm good money. Right?
And I'm also open to, I be watching the Food Network and stuff, trying to learn new recipes.
But it ain't all about cooking.
Like, no, I'm saying
because like, yeah, it is about that. I guess some people say that, but
put that love in it.
That's definitely a plus. But before that comes all those other things, because I could buy food.
That's why I said.
So like, I don't care about like a bitch could be blazing as fuck and not know how to cook a lick. I'm fucking with that bitch. Like, I'm really gonna like, all right, you don't know how to cook? All right, ma, let's learn how to cook. I'll show her ass how to cook if I have to. If she's pleasant, if I could deal with her, she take care of herself. You know what I mean? I know.
Fit friendly. What is it?
Yeah, fine, fit, and friendly, man. That's it. Don't say nothing about no cooking.
So does he have to have a gym type of mindset? Like, oh, I gotta go to the gym.
I don't even care about that excessive. Like, yo, if a girl is doing what she's supposed to do, she already look a certain way. So when you see her, you like, oh damn, she already do whatever she do. Now if she starts slacking, then damn, this ain't how I met you. Which is what happens a lot of times in relationships, because people get comfortable. They do what they gotta do to get who they want to get, and then they stop. So like, if I feel like shorty slacking or whatever, then I feel like it's up to me to be like, yo, let's get in there, let's do what we gotta do. We talked about this before, but I never yield on my stance on that. Like, I don't have a problem with doing what I'm supposed to do, but
if she doesn't want to do it, then you're not.
If she don't want to do it, then
like,
she falls into the category of not getting wiped or whatever.
Okay, so check this out.
Told me that
babies.
their coworker her boyfriend told her she was fat or whatever, that she needed to work out because she had a baby. But the baby, she was like, I just had a baby, but the baby is not just. She's like at
baby
least
12.
That's what I was gonna ask.
at least 2 or more.
That baby
so
12.
I was like, if that's not how she was when they got together, why she getting? Because she got mad and started talking to somebody. Like, I guess she was still with him, but like she started talking to some other dude.
She wasn't
like,
that big. She got another nigga
or whatever. But
I mean,
she was talking. I don't think
big,
she
nigga.
got
She
in a
was
relationship
still
with another
dog.
nigga. She was still with her baby father, but she started messing with somebody else on the side because she felt some type of way. Then she did get a gym membership, but she ain't really working out. And she ain't doing. She don't really want to. But
you gotta be motivated.
I think you should watch the way you say it, because they're gonna get offended if you say it a certain way. But that's offensive anyway.
I mean, you gotta say plus
there's
size
no
nowadays.
real right way to say that. I
Can't
guess.
say
You're
fat.
gonna be mad anyway, but you should
fuck.
just think about how bad do you want this relationship? If that's important, attraction is important.
Was
Some
they
people
fat when you
lose
met 'em?
attraction. I think she gained weight after she had a child, but it's been 2 years.
Was she plus size when he met him? When she met him?
I don't know, but I think he's saying now you are.
Cause I don't know, like, what's the difference between fat and plus size? Like, there was 2 different Luther Vandross. You know, rest in
He
peace.
was fat, and then after that he was skinny.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we
but
know what it is.
He was dying.
And there's no doubt of what Lizzo is. Like, you feel me? Like, you can't like dance around it and then say, oh, that's just plus. Because plus could be like, what the fuck? Plus what? Plus 2?
If Lizzo loses her weight,
They only say that because
If she loses her weight, she gonna be fired?
No.
they
she
only
loses
say
her
that because
popularity.
that's how the clothes.
Oh, yeah.
They only say
That's
that.
her market right now.
Look at Jennifer Hudson.
They only say that because that's how the
Like, when
clothes
she was big, she
are
was
measured.
popular. Now,
There's a section in the store that say plus size. That's where that term
Lane
comes
Bryant.
from.
Yeah, I know.
No, but that's in all stores. Plus size is like a section. So like they
I just
have
like
3X
saying Lane
and
Bryant.
2X.
I know big girls go there. Get the Lane Bryant stuff. If you got a big girl and you want to get her something nice, go to Lane Bryant, bro.
I go there for my bras.
Get your girl some shit.
They have
Get her some leggings.
regular bras. Don't fit, so I gotta go to the plus size store to get a bra.
You can find little people shit for big girls at Lane Bryant.
No, the clothes are like 2X.
But I'm saying, but they be like a style that a little.
Yeah, they have nice
You know
stuff
what I mean?
because that
Make
is
them
true.
look good.
The bigger that you are, it is hard to find clothes
Right.
that you would like. They
That's a
give
good
up.
thing.
They like. Fuck
But
it,
do
we
you
about
think
to
that
just-
that enables women to be big because?
leave this shit open.
Do you
Let
think
us
that
hang
enables
out.
women to be big though?
Wait, what?
I said that. I said if they stop making clothes a certain size, then they wouldn't have no choice
Right,
unless you're gonna wear too.
Maybe.
But they be
That'd
wearing too
be
little
body
clothes
shaming.
too. Bitches
They
be
have to
like
start sewing it
300
in.
Everybody.
Bitches be like 300 pounds with
She
a
got
crop
the-
top on.
she got the
like,
custom
for
cut.
real.
She got the custom shit.
She got a crop top on. She 300 pounds. Be for real. That's not cute. I
Yo,
don't
what's
lose
that
weight
thing that be on all
much,
these shows,
and I
yo?
wouldn't wear no crop top because I got a muffin top.
What's
shit
that
is not
thing that
cute.
be on these shows? Is that that's a dude, ain't it?
What thing?
That thing that be on the shows. Why I say thing? I hope don't take it the wrong way.
Oh, we called a person a thing.
Cause I don't know what it is. It be on every show. It said it was a 10.
It's
It was
both.
like, yo, I'm a 10.
Both.
But it
Let's say both.
was like
both.
a chick
It's both.
thing.
It's both. Okay. So what
It-
about
And what
it's
did
heavy.
they do?
It's heavy. It look crazy.
What, she was plus size?
It's plus size, yeah. It said it's a 10, but it look.
Oh,
You
she
know what I'm
was
talking
like,
about?
No.
She was like, I'm a fat effing 10.
Who is that?
I don't know the person.
Yo.
She just that
Are you
went
sure it's a
viral.
she?
There was it's a trans.
It is?
Okay.
I think I don't know. I
'Cause
think
dudes-
yeah,
dudes
it
messing
is
with
a
it.
trans-
Dudes been messing with it.
It's a man transition to a woman.
But it look, yo, even if it was a joint,
Hold
like
on, I'm about to see.
it look crazy, like.
Guy says I'm a fat fucking 10.
What? Oh
Guy says I'm
man.
a fat F asterisk
Yeah,
asterisk
fat
asterisk
transgender.
asterisk asterisk 10.
What?
Asterisk.
Because
Motherfucker.
when I searched the word came up, it weird that I was
They should just be able to say fuck.
Yo.
I'm chilling. This is like a solid like 5 right now. No, at least.
Whoa!
Is that Aiden Ross?
Not the Samoan
That's
at
not
the bottom
Aiden
of
Ross
the
up
screen.
there with it.
Not the Samoan at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's a nigga. How you can't tell that's not? How you can't tell that's not a nigga?
No, they look different right here than they did. And this not the video you talking about. I didn't even know they
That's
now
a nigga.
they done went viral.
But that's a
after that.
nigga. Like you
that
can tell how
initial-
he's sitting down.
pull up
That's
on
a
it?
nigga. Like
You pull up on it. That's crazy.
Here,
these
That's
niggas be doing.
crazy work.
These niggas be doing anything for a check. Like,
Oh,
do anything for clout.
yeah, like
On a scale of 1 to 10, so let's do that.
This is on Fresh and Fit.
Can
What
you
is it?
okay, we'll start
No,
with you. Go ahead.
something like it.
A fat fucking 10.
Oh, fat fucking.
bro. Listen. I don't know what this world is coming to, cause it's just crazy out here. For real, for
We
real.
might have to end it on that. Cause...
Yo, welcome to another.
Remember
Have a good episode, yo. Nah, cause we gonna have to switch phones anyway. Cause the battery about to die. But yo, that's definitely Pearl, cuz. That's Pearl. I think I wrote that in one of the comments. I was like, yo, that's Pearl.
It should be live action. Yo.
That's terrible.
Billy Ray.
That's terrible.
They get really set.
But yo, they delusional out here, yo. But this is Get Lifted, 30 is the new 20. Happy having y'all. Yo, we gonna get more marketing. I said we was gonna get merch. You know what I mean? We are gonna do it. But yo,
he looked like he'll beat up.
we around,
A
man.
man would make
We out.
yeah. If I
Listen.